I would now like to give the floor to Mark Fallon, who, as he introduced himself, is the co-founder and co-director of Project Aletheia at John Jay College of Criminal Justice, a center established to bridge the gap between science and practice of interrogation. Mark is director of Club FED, Advancing Science-Based Interviewing and Interrogation, and has been an expert consultant on interrogation for the Department of Defense, Military Commission, Defense Organizations since 2016. He is also on the advisory council of the Center for Ethics and Rule of Law at the University of Pennsylvania, where he has served as the interim executive director. Mark is on the steering committee of experts that oversaw the development of the Mendes Principles on Effective Interviewing. From my side, I will just say that Mark is one of the leading voices in his country and globally against torture in the police and law enforcement community, including during some of the darkest times. So, Mark, it is our privilege to have you today. You have the floor.
Thank you very much. It's really an honor for me to speak with you at this event for the validation of a manual that can have such a profound global impact on the practice of policing and this move towards effective interviewing based on law, science, and ethics. It's been a long time coming, since 2016, when Juan Mendez called me and asked if I'd help with this thematic that he delivered to the United Nations that really started this process for a universal standard or protocol. As the former chief investigator of the Pentagon's task force established to bring al-Qaeda terrorists to justice for military commissions, I saw firsthand the tactical, operational, and strategic cost and consequence of inept practice and the denigration of the dignity of victims on both sides of the interviewing process. As an interrogation professional, I have worked with research scientists around the world on the research for and training in science-based methods of effective interviewing. The high-value detainee interrogation group has conducted over 150 research projects that have resulted in more than 225 peer-reviewed publications in scientific journals, part of the growing body of scholarly knowledge that clearly establishes that rapport-based approaches are the most effective means of eliciting accurate and reliable information. The acquisition of truthful information is essential for informed decision-making because truth must matter, and human rights must matter, and trust in the state must matter. For truth is, needs to be, must be the essence of any form or manner of questioning. This new wave of science-based methods, as promulgated in this UN manual, will have a profound impact on improving the practice of global policing. Methods that should be employed when truth matters, when lives matter. The effective interviewing process is based on the legitimate need to conduct interviews to obtain information to protect the public safety, and this manual enhances those capabilities as Juan Mendez just described. It promotes the rule of law while preserving human rights, as well as the dignity of those engaged in UN operations. Whether called an interview, interrogation, debriefing, the systematic questioning of an individual is not an isolated event, but a complex and adaptive process, one that involves human beings, human behaviors, and human rights. Effective interviewing requires training, and that training needs to be updated as we continue to expand the frontiers of interrogation science. This manual promotes a shift of mindset away from confession-driven tactics toward truth-seeking approaches. This shift in culture will restore and maintain the integrity and legitimacy of governmental institutions, which in turn enhances the public trust. The manual promotes ethical standards, the right and dignity of the person questioned, and the rights and dignity of the questioner, as well as the integrity of the information gathering process as a whole. Embracing science, applying ethics, and policing with virtue is a step closer towards community-embraced policing. Thank you for the opportunity to talk with you today.
Thank you so much.